Listener's note, warning. This show is loaded with gist so powerful, it might just push you into a relationship and straight down the aisle. If you're not ready to hear wedding bells and say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, listen at your own risk. Edgar doesn't lie. Check Edgar out.
Mr. Edgar, the doctor will see you now.
I hate hospitals. The smell of Dettol and disappointment. The long faces, the fake smiles, the nurses who look like they want to fight you. I even hate the wall paintings. Everyone is sick here. Even the people in the pictures on the wall. It's sickening. But I hate falling sick the most because it forces me to see these people. Anyway, I already know what the doctor will say. It's malaria. It's always malaria. If mosquitoes aren't singing Afro beats when you sleep, they are drinking your blood like Zobo. Let me just hear from the man. What else will he say?
Who is there? Come in. Mr. Edgar, please sit.
Thank you very much, sir. I just came for my test results. I am sure it's malaria.
If you are so sure, then why are you here?
Sir?
After thorough examinations, I can confidently inform you that your case is critical.
It's not malaria?
We ran your blood test twice. What you have is rare.
Rare like what? Ebola?
No, this one is rarer.
Jesus, how rare are we talking?
You, my friend, are suffering from a chronic condition called singulitis eternum. It affects 1 in every 4,538.5 Nigerians.
Wait, what?
Now, this is a psychological and emotional virus that attacks men who have been single for too long. Symptoms include, but not limited to, talking to yourself, sleeping diagonally, and calling food babe.
This is true.
Now, let me ask this. How long have you been single?
2018?
2018? My God. This is stage 4.
Please, doctor. Is it curable?
Well, how do we look at it? Okay, see, there's good news and there's bad news.
Okay, can we start with the good ones?
The good one, it doesn't kill, it's curable.
Thank God. Okay, so what's the bad news?
You need a girlfriend.
And what kind of prescription is that, doctor?
Sir, I don't make the rules. See, the body needs love, hugs, and breakfast in bed. Without that, your blood pressure will keep flirting with loneliness.
Doctor, please. I have tried for years. Nobody wants to date me. There must be another way.
Young man, your body's crying out for human affection. You need vitamin B.
God, I sat there in shock. All my life, I thought I was suffering from hunger and bills. Turns out I was love deficient.
Now here's a treatment plan. Toast one girl just around 7 a.m. before breakfast. And another one around 9 p.m. before bed. And avoid toxic women. They worsen the symptoms.
Doctor, what if I can't find one?
Then I'm afraid this is no longer medical. It's spiritual.
Guys, that's how I left the hospital with no drugs, no girlfriend, and a diagnosis even Google cannot explain. Singulitis eternum. God, why am I still single? God, why? God, why? Check. This is a Check Edgar production. A Check Edgar production. This is for the single guys and the single ladies. Edgar doesn't lie. Why am I still single? Still single. Why am I still? I want a wife and a family. This kind of life is not right for me. I told my guys how things can be. When I fall in love, I fall for real. I know you want me, don't waste my time.
girl that is set and fine. I'm going crazy, so please be mine. God, please, why?
Okay, welcome to another beautiful episode of Why Am I Still Single? The show where I, your host, Check Edgar, share my personal stories about how Nigerian women have dealt with me, all in the name of relationship. Now, let's be honest. Dating in Nigeria is not beans. It's not rice either. It's hard, very hard. It's like going to the gym and trying to grow a muscle on the first day. Almost impossible. So if you are married right now, listening to the podcast while your spouse is somewhere in the kitchen, bedroom, or at work, please pause and give God a standing ovation. You don't know the kind of blessings and miracles you are enjoying. And if you are dating like you actually asked someone out and the person said yes, we'd hope that you two will end together someday. My brother, my sister, you two should thank God you're operating in rare grace. Now, if you're single but you recently left a relationship and you know that finding another one will not cost you an arm, a leg, or even your sanity, bro, I envy you deeply. Because me, I don't know why my own case is different. I don't know whether my village people held a meeting or if one of my exes have sworn that I will not marry or until I apologize to her with tears and mucus, kiss her on her feet and donate my kidney. I don't know. I do not know. But one thing I know for sure is love keeps skipping me like I am bad network. When I was in a relationship, so many girls loved me. Like everywhere I turned, somebody was smiling extra hard, sending me messages like,
Hey, big head, I love you so much.
Or suddenly discovering that I am funny and I have an amazing voice and personality. But the day I broke up with my ex, my brother, all the girls vanished. Like rapture. 1 minute they were here, next minute gone. I started asking myself, why do they like me only when I like someone else or I am in a relationship? Now that I am single, they are running away. Once I start dating, they will come back. And you want me to think there are no witches in this country? Anyway, I still believe that one day, I'll get married, whether the devil likes it or not. I will get married to a beautiful damsel with a powerful engine in front and an inverter at the back. One day, I will walk down the aisle. The choir will be singing, This is the day that the Lord has made, And my bride will look into my eyes and say,
Yes, I do.
And I'll say, Are you sure? But before we get emotional, let me quickly gossip small. It's not like I'm a gossip, but there is this gist from last week I just have to share with you guys. So, I went to separate fights in my neighbor's house. I was in my room, jeje, when I started hearing voices. I thought maybe it was the movie they were watching, until I started hearing insults that no movie producer can even think of writing in their script. Heavy insults. You know all those kind of insults that will make you think of your life and your destiny. Insults that can change your blood group and increase your blood pressure. Exactly. Those kind of insults. Now, I don't know the full story, but from what I gathered, the wife found a pack of condom in her husband's suit's pockets and a used one in his bag. Wahala. She started shouting that the man was cheating. The woman that used to... Okay, Edgar, calm down. The woman who used to call her husband, baby, sweetie, honey, was calling her husband by his first name, Femi. No offense, but any man who bears the name Femi must have started cheating 2 months before he was born. I am yet to find a Femi that doesn't cheat. If they don't cheat on their partners, they will cheat in class during exams. There is always one level of cheating somewhere, sha. Now, the husband, Femi, on the other hand, trying to defend himself, now said, No, baby, it's not what you think. They shared it to everyone at the office for STD Awareness Day. I said, Jesus wept. STD Awareness Day? Awareness Day that enters your pocket? What about the used one in that bag? Yes, in your bag. Were you chosen to show some practical skills as a form of team bonding? Some men can lie, sha. Awareness day. Now your wife is aware. Anyway, I went downstairs and was peeping from one of their windows. I didn't want to just hear the gist alone. I wanted to see it too. That was how the woman started shouting at the man, calling him names. The man too was shouting at her. The useless man was even saying that it was her fault. I was confused. Her fault like how? Next thing, they started insulting themselves until the woman went too far and called her husband's mother a witch and the reason behind her barrenness. Yes, the same way your mouth is opened now is the same way I opened mine when I heard it. The man was furious, upset, and slapped his wife. That was when I knew the movie was just about to start. I thought the slap would calm her down, but no. She got back up and slapped the man twice, fast, back. Before I could say Jack Robinson, the slap turned into punch turned into kick invited grabbing led to destruction of different things. From my position, it looked exactly like a wrestling match in WWE, Undertaker vs Batista, WrestleMania 23. Now, let me shock you. I know you are trying to imagine the fight, but I am sure you are getting the visuals very wrong. Because with what I saw, it was the woman that was beating the man. Yes, she raised him by his neck and slammed him into their center table. I never knew the woman could fight though. It was when the man started screaming, help me, she will kill me, help me. That was when I ran to the front door and knocked as loud as I could. Apparently, I overheard someone say that the woman was once a street boxer before she became a Cinderella and married Femi. My brother, the way she was throwing punches, even Mike Tyson would have respected her. Come and see me beg this woman. I was begging her to release him. Hey, I had to do it from a distance before eyewitness go lose one eye. My people, that was how I escaped without bruises. But that incident made me realize something. Some people are fighting for love. I am here, fighting to find love. Back to Mr. Femi and his wife. So, I just stayed in my one corner, begging her to forgive him. It wasn't just me, half the compound was there, pleading like they were in court.
I beg, madam, for the sake of love, just leave in head alone, just in head.
Sir, you sef, just say sorry and confess. This una fight don too long. Even if you didn't do it, just say sorry.
After plenty begging, they finally stopped and we carried the man to the hospital. If you see the blood on his face looks like puff puff that fell inside oil twice. But my people, beautiful checkmates, here is the craziest part. Just yesterday, Thursday, I saw the same couple at a restaurant. Both of them together. The man was feeding her ice cream. I said to myself, this can't be the same woman that almost turned you into plantain chips last week. The scariest part was that she was even blushing like she was blushing. She leaned forward, smiling like,
Baby, stop now. People are watching.
the plaster and bandage were still on Femi's forehead. I could see the plaster on his face. I just shook my head. Love is not for the faint-hearted. How can you love someone today, hate them tomorrow, and love them again next tomorrow? Is that one love or mood swing? You see, that is why when I finally find the one for me, she will write exam before we start dating. Yes, relationship exam, multiple choice, essay, even oral presentation. I must know if she is emotionally stable, spiritually sound, and physically non-violent. Because love in this country has turned into boxing and WWE. So yes, I am going to set some important questions for her to answer. Serious relationship entrance exam. Because these days, love is not by fine face anymore. No, it is by mental stability. My first question will be, what kind of jobs have you done in the past? Because if you tell me you once worked as a bouncer or wrestling coach, I'll just close my heart immediately. My mouth used to run, so I don't want to ever remind you of your past. Never. I beg, shift. My second question, have you ever beaten somebody up? And if yes, what did the person do? Because I need to know if you're a peaceful lover or a heavyweight champion. It is very important. Third question, do you know or think you know how to shoot a gun? Because some people look gentle until you hide their phone charger. From phone charger, they are charging your parents a ridiculous amount of money for a coffin, all because a lady was triggered by the trigger. My fourth question would be, when you're upset, what's the craziest thing you think you can do? If your answer starts with, well, there was one time I was very angry and now burnt his clothes. That's when I will just stand up and say, you have passed. Please go home. Go home. Cynthia Ofori, go home. Number 5, very important. Has there been any case of madness in your family history? Because sometimes these signs don't show up very early. You just be in a relationship thinking it's love. Meanwhile, it is ancestral madness that is manifesting, or village people doing one or two. And finally, my last question. If I cheat on you, or should in case I mistakenly cheat on you, will you cry and walk away or make me cry? Because I need to know whether to buy tissue now or life insurance. To be honest, I need to know. Guys, see, I would rather remain single for life than marry someone who has some form of mental illness. Some people's love language is madness. If they don't show a sign of madness in one day, they would never feel loved. Guys, for a very long time now, I have been asking myself that question. Why am I still single? And today, I think I finally have an answer. I am still single because most Nigerian women love men with problems. Yes, they do. They love problematic men. The moment they scan you and realize you are calm, responsible, and have peace of mind, they vanish. When they see you, in their mind, they are saying,
No, he's too stable. There is no challenge here. This one is too peaceful now. I beg, I want the drama. Give me drama.
Now, this might shock you. I once heard a woman say she would rather cry in a Bentley with a husband who beats her than laugh with her husband in a keke napep. Does that even make any sense? Cry in a Bentley. My sister, tears are tears. Whether you cry in a Bentley or a keke, you will still need tissue. Anyway, that's their personal problem. The annoying part is that these women have never seen a Bentley before. Talk less. I beg. Right now, my own personal problem is hunger. God, what will I eat this evening, Which kind of hunger is this one again? Or should I just add prayer to this thing? Let me just know that I am fasting. God, my stomach has started singing praise and worship again. If this hunger continues, who knows? I might just start seeing vision and start interpreting tongues. Wait, let me check my kitchen. Okay, what do we have? Let's see. Sometimes I think that hunger is part of my love story. Yes, because every time I am about to fall in love, hunger will just show up like, hi, remember me? I'm serious. Wait, we'll be right back after a quick break. Okay, now real quick. If you are loving the podcast, you will love the CheckMates WhatsApp community. We're talking behind the scenes gist, crazy dating stories, upcoming episode teasers, and a few surprise giveaways just for members. Now click the link in the story notes to join or send your WhatsApp number to edgar@checkedgar.com. Trust me, it's sweeter over there. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, what is this? What's here? What's in this bowl? Okay, so guys, it's either I take Gary or noodles. Now, I don't really like taking Gary. Earlier this year, I even made a New Year resolution that I will never drink Gary again, at least for a year. 2025, no Gary. That was what I said. I said this year, I am going to eat clean, drink juice, and behave like a rich man, like rich people do, so that my wife will find me looking very fresh. 5 hours later, I was drinking Gary. Yeah, so while everybody was shouting, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, I was removing Sansan from my Gary. You see, and that's when I realized something very important. As a Nigerian, you can never truly escape Gary. Yes, Gary is a part of us, and we are a part of Gary. No matter how far you run, you will circle back to Gary. If you don't drink Gary, you will eat Gary. If you don't eat Gary, someone will soak Gary near you, and your spirit will just say, please, let me have a little taste of Gary. Growing up, I used to think that Gary was a poor man's food, until I discovered that what actually makes it poor is the quality and quantity of water you use to drink your Gary. Yes, if you use warm water to drink your Gary, my brother, you are very poor. Very, very poor. If you use too much water and wait for it to swell like pap, hey, you are the ultimate poorest man. That is poverty pro max +5. Now, the real way, the premium way is cold chilled water and about 3 cubes of sugar. Only. That's when you know you have arrived. Something about rich people is that we don't do too much. They'll just add sugar and granules, nothing more. Nothing more. But some of you, hey, you add milk, add honey, add Milo, then sprinkle cashew nuts, shrimps, and onions for decoration. For Gary. Gary. At that point, you're not even drinking Gary anymore. You're experimenting. You're inside lab. Then later, when you now go to the toilet, the noise coming from there will now sound like you are giving birth. And let's not even talk about those of you who drink Gary without sugar. Some of you even add salt. Salt. Gary and salt, isn't that an insult? And when they now ask you, you will now open your big mouth to say, I am not a cultist. I am not a cultist. Then why are you abusing Gary like that? You now hear them, they will say, this is the mature way to take it. This is the mature way to take it. Please, please, please. There is nothing mature about your suffering. There is nothing mature. Gary and salt is not maturity. It is trauma. Now, apart from Gary, on the other hand, there is noodles. But is it just me, or does noodles start to taste somehow after a while? Like you enjoy the first 2 plates? By the third one, your tongue is like, bro, rest. We have seen this movie before. I don't like eating noodles back to back. There is this annoying aftertaste that just stays in your mouth, like heartbreak you didn't plan for. Anyway, let me ask you this. If you could only have one for the rest of your life, which would you choose? Gary or noodles? Think carefully. On one hand, you have Gary, the survival weapon of every Nigerian, or noodles, the lazy man's meal that saves lives at midnight. Whatever your answer is, please just send your answers to my email, edgar@checkedgar.com, or just drop it in the WhatsApp group. I actually want to know which side you guys are on, Team Gary or Team Noodles. Wait, hold on. How did we even get here? We were talking about why am I still single, and now I'm comparing carbohydrates. God, this thing can only be hunger. Or should we just rename the podcast, Why Am I Still Hungry? Anyway, I have decided. I am going with noodles. Gary has suffered enough, all right? So here's what I'm going to do, all right? I'll put my noodles on fire, and while it is cooking, I'll tell you guys an interesting story about one time I became a therapist to a lady I didn't even know, and how the same lady almost got me arrested, all right? Now, this episode is titled Dr. Chris, and you're about to find out why. We'll be right back after the short break. Let me quickly just put my noodles on fire before hunger puts me in trouble, all right? Give me a minute or two. Oh, God. Gary and salt. Some people shall.
Where did I keep this oil?
promo. Checkmates. Come. Let me ask you, when last did you hear a story that stayed with you? A story that made you laugh, cry, or even feel seen? Welcome to the Corner Stories, a live storying community where real people share real stories based on a theme. No filters, no fiction. Just raw, funny, heartbreaking, and beautiful moments told live on stage. Every month, I will be joining 7 amazing storytellers to take the mic and share something personal. And one of those storytellers could be you. Do you have a story that deserves to be heard? Then stay tuned for show dates, upcoming themes, and how to take the stage. For all the info behind the scenes gist and to maybe tell your own story, join the Corner Stories WhatsApp community today. Click the CheckMates WhatsApp community link in the show notes or send your number to edgar@checkedgar.com and come find your corner, because at the corner, everybody has a story. What's yours? Okay, welcome back, amazing checkmates. My noodles is on fire. So, as I was saying, this story, it's one of those things that make you question your entire existence. Imagine just minding your business, trying to live a peaceful single life, and boom, somebody drags you into an emotional drama you didn't subscribe for. That was exactly what happened to me. One random Thursday evening, I got a message from a strange number. The message said, "Hi, Dr. Chris. I got your number from Vivian. I really need someone to talk to. I am losing my mind. Let me know when I can call you." Now, normally, I ignore those kinds of messages, especially with the way scams are flying up and down in this country. My name is Edgar, and I'm obviously not a doctor, not a pastor, not even a therapist. So I ignored it. Let everybody face their own problems, I beg. A few minutes later, another message came in from the same lady. She said, "Dr. Chris, if you do not help me, I might end it. I'll kill myself." At that point, I just froze. Wait first. Could this be a prank from one of my crazy friends? Because I have done a few prank calls in my life. You can watch them on my website. So maybe karma has finally decided to cash out on me and someone somewhere is recording all of it. But wait, what if it wasn't a prank? What if somebody actually needed help? Isn't it better to be pranked than know somebody died because you didn't care enough? Guys, believe me, I was troubled. Should I reply? Should I ignore? Should I switch off my phone and pretend it never happened? Won't my conscience haunt me for this? My head was thinking about everything, guys. Then something inside me said, "Don't text back, Edgar. Call her instead. Call this lady. Save a soul from suicide." So, I did. I picked up my phone, scrolled to the message, dialed the number, and then I waited. After a few seconds, she picked. Her voice was soft. You know that kind of calm voice that sounds like tears has finished the person's energy. That was how she sounded. She said,
"Hi, Dr. Chris. Good evening."
At that point, I froze again. I didn't know whether it was the right time to tell her that I wasn't Dr. Chris, that I was actually Edgar, the broke podcaster who can't even cure a headache or his own relationship problems. So I said, "Hi, thank you so much for picking up. I actually don't have this number saved on my phone, but I saw your message and decided to call. Please, who is this?" She now said,
"Oh, thank you, doctor. My name is Bosse. Vivian and I came to see you a while back, and you told me to call if I ever needed someone to talk to. I never thought it would be this soon. I just want to talk."
Now, I didn't know who Vivian was. In fact, I don't know Bosse either. But since I already answered the call, I had to play along. So I said, Yes, I remember now. How is Vivian? It's been a while since I heard from her. How are you guys?" She now said,
"Vivian is fine. She isn't with that boy anymore. But Dr. Chris, the problem isn't Vivian. It's me. I've been having these episodes again. I can't sleep. I can't think. I can't even eat. There is something wrong with me, and I don't know what it is.
Now, at that point, my brain started panicking. If you don't know the problem, how will I know it? My brain was thinking of a response that would make me look and sound like a doctor or a therapist. So I cleared my throat. You know that fake doctor throat clearing sound that they always do? Exactly, I did it. I was like, well, okay. Just calm down, okay? Breathe in and just breathe out. Tell me, when did these episodes start?
About 3 months ago, after my breakup.
The moment I realized it was a breakup issue, I just relaxed. Breakup. That one is simple. I've been through so many breakups that I can even teach how to survive a breakup without water. Breakup. So I said, okay, good. I mean, not good, but you get what I mean, right? Okay, what you are going through right now is just an emotional turbulence. It happens to the best of us, okay?
No, doctor, this one is different. Sometimes I feel like I'm being watched. I see him everywhere. I don't think I can live without him. He's my heir.
Now, at this point, I just paused. I wanted to crack a joke to lighten up the mood. Maybe say something like, please, return the air. We are all sharing it. You know, something that'll just make her laugh. But I knew that it wasn't the time for jokes. Doctors don't crack jokes. So I asked her for the name of the boy, and you will not believe the name she gave me. You will not believe her response.
His name is Femi, but I call him FM.
Guys, I mistakenly laughed out. I swear, I tried not to laugh, but I couldn't control it. Anyone dating a Femi is only 2 months away from a heartbreak. The laugh was so bad that she started feeling suspicious. She said,
How is that funny, doctor? You sound different tonight, Dr. Chris. What happened to your voice? It's deeper than usual.
My heart skipped. Shit, she don't catch me. Edgar doesn't lie, but Dr. Chris is a liar. So I said, yes, I am battling a little cough, so it's just the change of weather. Whenever I have a cough, my voice gets deeper. And I wasn't actually laughing. It's the way I cough. It just sounds like that whenever I have a whooping cough. Guys, you will not believe this. She believed me. She believed me and said,
Wow, sorry, doctor. You actually sound better like this.
I laughed awkwardly. Sorry, I coughed again. Then she now said,
Please, can I just talk? I need to vent.
And for the next 45 minutes, this woman talked. She talked about her ex, her boss, her rent, even her neighbor's dog. At one point, she said her ex used to forget her birthdays. I almost shouted, same thing happened to me too. Oh. But I just remembered, Edgar, calm down. Right now, I am Dr. Chris. Dr. Chris doesn't get dumped. Dr. Chris gives advice. When the call finally ended, she now said,
Doctor, you are the only one who understands me. Thank you so much. I'll call you again tomorrow, yeah?
And what were you expecting Dr. Chris would say? I replied, Sure, anytime. Remember to stay hydrated and avoid stress, okay? Then I hung up. My people, I just sat there on my bed in silence, staring at my wall. Because it was after the call that my brain hits me that I was not just only playing with the life of a lady who needed help, but I was also falling in love with a lady I didn't know. You see, that night, I didn't even sleep. I kept thinking about her voice. You see that soft, calm voice that sounds like the owner is fine even when everything is falling apart. That kind of voice that will make you forget your problems and say, So, what did your ex do again? The voice is good. See, sometimes depression can be sweet, oh. The next day, around 8:15 in the morning, my phone rang. Guess who? Bosse. My heart started beating like NEPA lights just came back. I picked up immediately and tried to sound professional. I wore my Dr. Chris character immediately. Hello, good morning. How are you feeling today?
Doctor, I feel a bit better now. I took the drugs you prescribed the last time we saw.
Me? When? When did I prescribe drugs? But I couldn't say any of that. I didn't want to ruin it. I just decided to play along. I just said, oh, that's good. That is very, very good. Keep taking them, okay? They will really help you. Just keep taking them.
You're such a good man, Dr. Chris. God bless you for me.
Guys, my heart melted like butter on hot yam. I don't know if it was the God bless you for me or the good man part, but that was the moment I realized that Edgar, you have entered serious trouble. Because from that day, Bosse started calling every evening, and every evening I picked up. At first, it was 5 minutes check-ins. Then it became 30 minutes. Then 1 hour. Then one night, we spoke for about 3 hours. She would say,
Doctor, can I tell you a secret?
and of course, Dr. Chris would say, of course, you can tell your doctor anything. All right, feel free. It's a safe space. But deep down, I was like, my sister, I am not your doctor. Me, I am a content creator, a storyteller who makes people laugh, not heal their trauma. But somehow, guys, I was enjoying it. It felt like a reality show without the cameras. I became her comfort zone. She would tell me about her dreams, her fears, her childhood, her parents, her mother's pressure to marry. Everything. I could relate to everything. But I couldn't just talk as Edgar. I had to be Dr. Chris. I even caught myself smiling at my phone like one mumu anytime my phone rings and Bosse picks the call. It was becoming a routine. Breakfast, lunch, Bosse. Breakfast, lunch, Bosse. A few days later, I made a very big mistake. I viewed Bosse's WhatsApp status. Now let me tell you, up until that day, I had never seen her face. All I knew was her voice. Calm, sweet, full of emotions. But that day, guys, I saw her picture for the first time. My brothers and sister. Bosse was fine. Not the regular fine, no. The type of fine that will make you say, God, I see what you are doing for other people, oh. She wore this simple Ankara dress, no makeup, just vibes and confidence. I even zoomed in, that innocent kind of zoom, just to confirm what your eyes already saw. That zoom that doesn't mean you are falling for the person, but deep down you already know you are gone. From that moment, I started picking her calls faster. I even changed my phone ringtone because I didn't want to miss her calls again. Then she started trying to video call me. The first time, I pretended I didn't see it. The second time, I said network is bad. By the fourth time, I just put off my data. Because how will I explain to her that I am not Dr. Chris? That the man she has been pouring her heart out to for 3 weeks is just a random guy called Edgar. I couldn't risk it. But one day, I made the biggest mistake of my entire fake medical career. I forgot to block her on my WhatsApp status and posted a short video of myself on my WhatsApp status. One of my Check Edgar clips where I was just dancing like a fool, doing my usual madness. I didn't even remember Bosse was on my WhatsApp. A few minutes later, I just saw her typing. Then a message dropped. She said,
Wow, you like this Edgar guy too? His content is so funny. I really love him.
I froze again. Wait, guys, can you even imagine? She thought I was a fan of me. I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or confess. So I just replied. I said, yeah, Edgar is good. He's doing very well. He's a very funny guy. I watch his content once in a while. He's very, very good.
You even sound like him somehow, Dr. Chris. Maybe you two should meet someday.
Now, at that point, I just laughed awkwardly and sent a voice note. I said, maybe one day. Who knows? Who knows? Meanwhile, deep down, I was like, Madam, you're already talking to him. I am him. I am the Edgar. It's me. And from that day, every time she posted something, I would rush to check. I wanted to know more about her. I even caught myself thinking, maybe I should just tell her the truth. Tell her I am not Dr. Chris, but I am the famous Edgar she likes. But before I could even decide, something happened the next evening that just changed everything. Bosse called me. This time, crying. Her voice was trembling. She said,
Doctor, I think someone is following me.
Immediately, I sat up. Someone is following you, Ke? From where to where?
Since I left the supermarket, there's this black car that has been behind me.
At that point now, my head started beating fast. Not because I was scared for her, but because I was already imagining myself giving a police statement. I tried to sound calm. I said, Okay, just calm down, Bosse. Calm down, alright? Just find a safe place, okay? Maybe go into a pharmacy or a filling station. Stay around people. Nothing would happen to you, alright? Nothing.
Okay. I'm in front of a shop now.
I was just pacing around my room like one of those detectives. Good. Now just stay there till the car passes, okay? Do not panic, love. Do not panic, okay? There was silence for a few seconds. Then she said,
Doctor, I think they've gone. Thank you so much. I was really scared.
You're welcome, but please, when you get home, alright, just lock your door, say your prayers, and try to rest, okay?
Okay, doctor. I don't know what I would have done without you. By the way, did you just call me love?
Jesus, did I call you that? To be honest, I didn't mean it outside the doctor-patient kind of way. I hope you're not offended.
No, doctor. I love you too.
Then she hung up. When she hung up, I dropped my phone and stared at it. My people, I was finished. I was going to call her that moment and tell her everything, but I felt I had gone too deep. This wasn't just a small play again. I had become part of this woman's emotional world, and she still didn't know that her Dr. Chris was actually Edgar, the same Edgar from Instagram. Days passed, then weeks, and the more we talked, the more attached she became. Every morning, she would send messages like,
Good morning, doctor. I slept better after talking to you.
or,
Doctor, you are a blessing. God used you to save me.
and of course I would reply, I would say, oh, thank you so much, Bosse, thank you so much. You know what, I'll talk to you later, I have a meeting to attend. Guys, every reply felt heavier than the last, because let's be honest, I was enjoying it too. I liked talking to her, I liked hearing her laugh. I even caught myself daydreaming about Bosse, a woman who thought I was another man. So, why am I still single and not with Bosse today? How did the story end? Well, one day, Bosse called me. She sounded very cheerful this time. I could tell that she was happy. She said she was on the phone with Vivian and that she told Vivian about us, that Vivian asked if it was okay to join the call. I said, wait, which call? She said, this call. I said, sure, no problem. Next thing I heard, Bosse added another number, then another.
Dr. Chris, are you still there?
I said, yeah, sure, I am here. Then I heard another guy speak from the other end. He said,
Yes, I'm here. Chris speaking?
my people, that was the moment I knew I was finished. I was in serious trouble. I froze. My heart did bish, 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 bish. The man now said,
Hello, who is this?
me too, I said, sorry, who is this? He now said, this is Dr. Chris, and you are? And I said, I am Dr. Chris too. Bosse just shouted.
Wait. What's going on here?
My mouth dried immediately. See sweat. I was sweating like a generator under the hot sun. Then Vivian, the real Vivian, joined and said,
Bosse, but that's not Dr. Chris. His number ends with 86. Please, who have you been speaking with? Excuse me? Who are you?
At that point, I wanted to vanish, just disappear into thin air. I knew I couldn't continue with the act. I was caught bad. So I said, okay, Okay, wait, before you judge me, can you guys just allow me explain? Bosse shouted.
Explain what? You have been pretending to be a doctor all this time?
Dr. Chris himself now said,
Young man, do you know you could be arrested for impersonation?
I could not even say anything. I was just praying for the ground to swallow me. Bosse now asked me.
So if you're not Chris, what is your name?
I said, Edgar. Bosse got upset, eh?
You can stop with the lies. I know you're not Edgar. Do you think this is funny?
At that point, I didn't even know what else to say. I said, no, I'm serious. My name is Edgar. I am not a doctor, but I swear I am Edgar, the real Edgar. Immediately, I put on my video call and showed my face. Bosse was stunned. Vivian didn't believe her eyes. But the real Dr. Chris, he didn't know me before. So he just continued. He said,
Do you even realize that you've been interfering with someone's therapy and health situations and all?
I apologized and I told the guy that I was very sorry.
You what? Do you think sorry would fix this? Don't you know you would have even ruined someone's progress?
At that point, I didn't even know what to say or what to do. Bosse was just quiet for a while. Then she now said,
So all this time, all those late night calls, all those conversations, you were pretending?
I didn't say a thing. Vivian jumped in.
Wait, too. So you mean this guy has been who you've been talking to?
Bosse now replied Vivian.
Yes, and he even told me to stay hydrated.
Guys, I was speechless, like a chicken ready to be slaughtered. Dr. Chris, the real Dr. Chris, now said,
Young man, I would actually advise that you stay away from my clients totally. Now let me warn you, if I ever hear your voice, even by mistake, sincerely, I will report the matters to the police. Rubbish.
I just said, Sir, no problem. I am so sorry, Dr. Chris. I am so sorry. It will never happen again. I'm sure he was upset. He just dropped the call at that point. It was just me, Bosse, and Vivian on the call. Bosse now said,
Edgar, I don't know if this was a game for you, but I am disappointed.
That one enter me. My chest folded like gala nylon. I said, Bosse, I am sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I just didn't want you to hurt yourself. The girl just hissed and ended the call. I sat there, holding my phone, staring at my reflection on the black screen. That was the moment I realized I had just lost a woman I never had. Now, guys, I won't lie. That night humbled me. I sat there thinking about my life, how I went from trying to help a stranger to almost getting arrested for impersonation. And for what? Love? Affection? Curiosity? Maybe I just wanted to feel needed. Maybe I just liked the idea of someone calling me doctor. But one thing was clear. I, Edgar, I am not ready for emotional internships again. Would you guys believe if I tell you that months later, Bosse messaged me on WhatsApp? She said hi. Yeah? I looked at that message for like 3 days. I won't lie. Part of me wanted to reply, but another part of me remembered police, heartbreak, and the trauma of free therapy. I would rather die than reply that hi. But anyway, that's how my short career as Dr. Chris ended. I didn't get love. I didn't get paid. I almost got arrested. And sadly, I still ended up single. So, wait. Hold on, oh. Wait, what is that smell? Like something is burning. I don't know. Can you guys perceive anything around you? Like something is... Wait. Jesus Christ! My noodles! Hey, whoa! How did I forget my noodles on fire? Oh, God! God, why? God, why? And that's the end of this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then don't forget to subscribe and share the podcast with those who are single, dating, or married. Now rate the podcast and drop a comment. Send me an email. And yes, I need money, guys. I need money. I am begging you. Yes, you can donate to support the podcast. If you're interested in donating, please just send me an email. Whether it is 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira, or $1, it doesn't really matter. They will always go a long way. All right, so join my Patreon. Join my Patreon, guys. All right, Check Edgar at Check Edgar. Now, if you have a story to share, then please send it to me through my email address, edgar@checkedgar.com. Or for a quicker response, you can chat with me with the chat box on my website, www.checkedgar.com. Or better still, you can just join the CheckMates community on WhatsApp and chat me on WhatsApp. All right, I will respond in 15 minutes or less. I promise you guys. All right, Edgar doesn't lie. Now remember, the podcast ends the day I get married. So please don't forget to tell your friends that Edgar is single and you would love to go on a date with her. If that lady is you, send me a message. All right, send a mail to my email address at edgar@checkedgar.com. Edgar doesn't lie. Check Edgar out. See you guys next week Friday. By the way, guys, what is the fastest way to wash a burnt pot? Just asking. Thank you. Thank you for listening, my people. If you had fun, don't keep it to yourself. Join the CheckMates WhatsApp community. It is where we vibe, laugh, and maybe cry small. But most importantly, we connect. Click the link in the show notes or email your number to edgar@checkedgar.com to join us. Until next week, remember, Edgar doesn't lie.